Hey, don't forget to check out Rant Cafe wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, and so on. You can watch the episodes live as we make them on Twitch, links in the description. And of course, the links to all of our guests in each episode are in the description, so show them some love.
Yo, what is happening, all-day space fanboys, and welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe. I am Nux Taku from the Nux Taku YouTube channel, and with me today, I have the legends, Tekking101 from YouTube, and Lord Brigo, also known as All Day Anime. What's up, fam?
It's all good. I got water.
He has water, ladies and gentlemen. This is the greatest podcast. Smash like, subscribe, and definitely...
That was the most hype intro of all time. I got water.
You can't
Which
see
is arguably more hype because you need it to survive.
Oh, you can't see it in the podcast.
We're talking about One Piece. Great segue, Tekking. Very
There's a lot of water in One Piece.
There's a lot of water in One Piece.
There is a lot of water. Yeah, and water can actually be a weapon. Water's a weapon.
And yet, most of them can't actually swim.
They do. They do. And in the 4Kids dub, of course, the Marines used water guns to fight against the Devil Fruit users. So this all ties back together.
Clearly.
Yes, and the water guns were obviously lulling everyone into a false sense of security for Helmeppo to decimate his opponents with his hammer gun. We know this.
Yeah, we already aware of this. I had an interview with the guy that invented that damn thing. You know that?
I know,
Crazy.
that was sick. That was a great video. Not gonna lie.
I can't believe I found that guy. Anyway, so Briggs, what arcs and sagas are we just talking about today?
Well, we are. I'm not Briggs, but
well, Briggs, take it away. Who was I talking to just now? Okay. Go ahead.
All right, so we're going to be doing a tier list with the ranks S, A, B, C, and trash. Now, the fun part is nothing will probably end up in trash just because One Piece is pretty dope. And this will be a tier list ranking the best arcs in One Piece. And then we hope to precede this with best Straw Hats and all villains. And we will be doing these different tier lists, and the hype is real. Are we ready to begin?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's take it away with the East Blue Saga, which contains many great arcs, and the one with the guy stuck in the treasure chest.
Which is clearly the best one.
Are you dissing on Gaimon right now, Nux? Do I have to come there and beat the crap out of Canada? Just collectively Canada?
Just collectively Canada.
Was a better character in Digimon than he was in One Piece.
He was. I will give him that.
I'm on the One Piece wiki here, and I just want to let everyone know, within the East Blue, you have the Romance Dawn arc, the Orange Town arc, the Syrup Village arc, the Baratier arc, arguably the best arc ever, the Arlong Park arc, and the Log Town arc.
Yes. And also the Warship Island arc, but I'm assuming, manga only here. Yeah.
Manga and not Foxy. Those are the two requirements.
Yeah. I would be happy with this being in the A tier, because it started everything. So
and a lot of people I feel like a lot of people put down the first 100 episodes, or the East Blue in general of One Piece, saying it gets better later. Don't worry, if you don't like it now, you'll like it later. And I think you should know off the East Blue if you're gonna like One Piece.
Yeah.
It's got the Barate arc and the Arlong Park arc, which are arguably some of the they're top tier arcs in my opinion.
Yeah, those ones are they're near the tail end though. I could see maybe people the first 20 episodes or so. It's kind of hard to maybe get into it. It's a little bit slower. But yeah, when I hit Barate, that's when I hit my stride. That's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna like this series.
Same thing with me, man.
Yeah, well, I feel like between Baratier and Arlong, that's really when I fell in love with One Piece. Now, the issue for me with ranking this as a saga in itself, and again, I guess we are comparing these arcs to one another in this tier list, but also compared to other anime, I guess. The issue is, for me, Romance Dawn, Orange Town, Syrup Village are all arcs that would be between C and B. However,
Romance Dawn is amazing. What the fuck are you talking about?
They do a Voltron kind of deal and combine together into one S rank arc.
But I agree with you in regards to Orange.
Bam! That's what we call weeb maths, by the way.
Yes.
Power of averages. They just bump everything up by adding to each other. Well, if this arc is a 6 out of 10 and this is a 4 out of 10, then the saga is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I went to Weeb University for 6 years, and that's how it actually I only took two semesters of weeb math though.
So your skills.
Now, can I agree with Orange Town and Syrup Village being like B to C, but Romance Dawn was great.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Romance Dawn in the manga is great, but in the anime, it's mediocre.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand why they did it, because I don't think in the anime they wanted to start off with the Shank stuff. I don't know why, but they just wanted to get right into Luffy, like, going around, so it's weird.
I opened up the first episode, and it obviously immediately, pines towards gender equality with him attacking a woman in the first episode. I thought that was very nice, because he doesn't only attack men, he attacks women as well. He's a man of culture.
Yeah.
In all, I would rank the East Blue saga an A.
I'm okay with A.
Tekking, you're going to go A? So the way we're going to do it is we're going to average it out. I'm actually going to give East Blue... I'm going to give it an A as well. So we're all good anyway. We're all on the same page.
There's no pluses, there's no negatives here, right? Like A negative or anything.
No.
Okay.
But no, we can't.
No, but if for example, like one person says an A and or like two people say an A, I'm trying to figure out a way. Like if you could say A plus, like if it's close, like in between an A and a B type of thing, or if the three of us it should never be in between actually.
Hey, you're coming at me with like averages, implying that I know how that works. So it's been a long time.
When we talk about future arcs, I'll be okay. So I'll give this 4A times a B plus the square root of C minus
all over trash.
Divided by trash.
Yeah.
Divided by trash.
Me and Tekking are on the same page there.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking in regards to like if two people gave an A and one person gave a C, like where are you? Like at a B plus? Like.
Because I love One Piece so much, and there's so many great arcs. I have to be very careful what I'm gonna put in S rank anyway. That's gonna be like a holy land right there. So,
all right, that's what we got next here.
In any case, welcome to the next saga, Women and Gender Women. We are talking about. What are we talking about? I know. It's the freaking. Don't tell me. I'm gonna feel stupid if I don't remember.
Alabasta.
Thank you.
There's so many within Alabasta.
All right, so Alabasta contains epic arcs, like the Reverse Mountain arc, which was the Whiskey Peak arc, which was epic, Drum Island, which was
skipped over Little Garden.
Little Garden. Drum Island, because it's true. Drum Island has one of the greatest antagonists ever.
I love Drum Island. Drum Island always reminds me of Christmas whenever I watch it.
And then there's the Alabasta arc. So
yes,
while it's a tough one. While I'd say the Alabasta arc in the Alabasta saga is probably like S tier for me, I would give it all around an A. I'd give it an A.
All the sagas are going to be A.
It's crazy. This whole thing's just gonna be
that's why I'm trying to like judge them like on really high standards. That way,
Yeah.
But with that being said, Alabasta for me is an A.
Have different S ranks. We should have the SSSSS rank, 4 S's, 3 S's, 2 S's. This is the only solution.
I actually agree with it being A. Alabasta, I'd give an S, like the actual like arc itself. But then with the entire saga including, I think it drops down to an A.
I'm looking at our options. I think I pretty much.
Villain. I like the Mr. Prince part was fantastic. The fact that Smoker recognized the Straw Hats as not just anarchists, I thought that was amazing. There's so many great. There's Ace talking about Blackbeard and
the
Alabasta arc. I would give an S. However, if you average it out to with the Drum Island and the Little Garden and Whiskey Peak. Even though that old dude Crocus is pretty epic, that
was a pretty good arc. I mean, Luffy punched a whale in the face. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Yo, I like Little Garden and Drum Island quite a bit. Like
I did too, but like
I can't give it an S. You're right. I want to.
I'm looking at this list and I've pretty much already decided the arcs I'm going to give an S rank to, and I'm still on the fence about one of them, but we'll see where it goes.
I think I predict where the rest of them are going to land.
Yeah.
But in any case, welcome to the next arc we're going to be talking about. It's here. It's hype. It's the Sky Island saga comprised of Jaya and Skypiea. And there's no such thing as the long land arc, which is a good tongue twister.
Long. I'm going to go with B on this one.
Nuxie boy, what are you thinking?
What are you Nuxie boying me? You don't have an opinion?
I do. I'm actually gonna give it an A again.
Well, I'm going with B, sucker!
Well, B it is. I like Sky Island a lot.
I like Sky Island for the ideal of what Sky Island is. You know, its own enclosed adventure. It's a microcosm of One Piece. Again, I found the arc itself relatively boring, like in the slow parts. However, sorry?
I was going to say, we need another arc like that, like the little microcosm. Let's see if Otis still got it, if he tried it again. But I don't think he will.
I can't imagine he will. I mean...
Yeah, probably not. It's too far. It's too far in the story at this point, yeah.
It's like you're not going to have a random arc unless we get an isekai arc.
The Straw Hats get sucked into the Digimon world.
Oh my god!
We just need another Greed Island, but like for One Piece.
Yeah, that'd be cool, yeah. The Greed Island arc is a fake isekai.
So does this include the whole stuff that Luffy does with what's his name?
Bellamy?
Yeah, Bellamy.
Yes, that's Jaya.
He punched him so hard that his fist was imprinted in the side of his head.
Yeah, yes. I prefer Jaya to Skypiea.
Yeah, I stand by my A, man. They're both great arcs.
Jaya was the
I'm gonna give everything an A. They're not
Jaya
all
was like the great build up to Skypiea, and it's like it's building hype for it, and we get to Skypiea, and you know it delivered, but you know it would have been a lot cooler.
Yeah, look, I did like this arc, but you're gonna compare it to like the Baratier arc, the Arlong arc,
yeah,
the Alabasta arc. You're gonna put it with the Titans, man.
Yeah, I will.
Okay,
the Titans.
Yeah, you didn't convince me, man. The whole thing with like the like in Jaya with Bellamy saying like the thing with dreams and dreams are dead. It was great, and the whole bar scene, and then that's our first introduction to Blackbeard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. I wanted to bring this up because I just found, and this has been out for a while, but I just noticed it yesterday. So it's been revealed that after the whole Skypiea thing, like Cricket and everybody, they're actually going on a new adventure to try to find the literal Island of Dreams now. Like that's an actual thing that is existing. What? So, okay. I know, right? It's weird, but that's what they're doing now. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Blackbeard's introduction was pretty sick. Him laughing.
Oh, God, yeah. Eating pie.
Every One Piece arc is
I relate to him eating pie.
Yeah.
I don't like cherry pie. I like pecan pie.
But this is an anime villain eating pie. Do you not understand the deep philosophy here? Anyway,
you're gonna have to make a video about it. Okay.
The philosophy of Blackbeard's pie and why he's the ugliest anime villain aside from Stain's nose. Anyway, the next saga we will be talking about is the Water 7 saga, containing Water 7, Ennis Lobby, and Post Ennis Lobby, which is apparently its own arc.
I already placed it where it belongs.
I think we need to. Yeah, we're all in agreement. We don't even need to say it. We know.
Yeah, this isn't even a discussion here.
It's like Water 7 was great.
We talk about why. I think we should talk about why it. Instead of talking about why it deserves S, we should talk about why it doesn't deserve S. And we can't! So moving on to the next arc! No, but like, to be honest, Robin wanting to live, Usopp versus Luffy. We got Luffy versus Lucci. We got Door Guy opening doors. We got Sanji versus a very respectable Noodle opponent, because as we know, Noodles are the arch enemy to Sanji, apparently. I don't know. We got the introduction to Frankie.
Honestly, super.
The moment where they burn down the flag is such an impactful moment within all of One Piece for me. It really cemented Luffy as the type of guy who puts like his friends first and like does whatever he wants no matter what the consequences may be. Like, oh, it was such an impactful scene.
Also, this was the first introduction to the authoritarianism of the government.
Yeah, that's where they knock it into high gear with this one.
It's like, until this point, it's like, we understand the governments need to stop these pirates because there's like billions of pirates everywhere. And, you know, most of them aren't like Luffy with rubber schlongs. And they're not exactly the nicest of people.
Especially coming off of Skypiea, which had its own little separate thing, and the world government had no authority there. Then they come back down, and it's like, no, they get right into it. Like, oh, no, yeah, here's the world government. Like, doing their
good contrast.
Their spy operation shit, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Anyway, S tier, no arguments. Next, we're talking about an arc that I have a feeling I know where it's going to go. It's a fan favorite. It's the Thriller Bark arc.
B? I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna give it a C.
I mean, Brooks' arrival is kind of the thing that's teetering on it for me, because
that's what's teetering on it for you. Zoro's moment, bro, at the end of the arc.
Oh yeah, there was that. But do you judge an entire arc based on one scene with Zoro?
No,
and the answer,
you
of
don't.
course, is yes. Yes, you do.
Well, nothing happened, so obviously it's an S tier, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're all right. I'm excited for the next where we talk about every One Piece badass moment. That won't take long.
I'm gonna go with B then for this. I'm gonna lock in that. But
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it in B as well.
Well, my vote doesn't matter, but I did give it a C just because I think it's worse than Skypiea and doesn't belong in the same. But I gave Skypiea an A.
Skypiea's an A.
You're right. I'm still gonna give it a C. It's the worst arc.
you were scared of it, weren't you, Briggs? You
Yeah, it was just too spooky for me.
You had nightmares of the zombie dance, didn't you? It was.
All right, it's a B.
Yeah. Zombies are
I love One Piece sometimes though, because it's like every arc you get weird shit. Like here's a Michael Jackson Thriller dance with zombies. I'm like, okay, that exists in One Piece now.
One of my favorite lines in Thriller Bark, which is totally missed. No one talks about this line except, of course, for yours truly, who is talked about it in the video. But I'm sure you remember because you're a living database. But
Probably.
do you remember when zombies were like coming up from the graves and one goes, like, he comes up and Luffy's like, "Oh my God, guys, that old man looks hurt."
Is like serious wounds. Yeah, he's like serious wounds. He's like, I'm not an old. I don't have a zombie. I'm an old man with. No. Yeah, it was. They were
It's a
confused.
great line because it's the power of Luffy's obliviousness.
Yeah, they were.
Care.
They met an old man with serious wounds that they thought was a zombie. Then Luffy sees a zombie that he mistakes for an old man with serious wounds.
And the guy literally looked like the worm from Hunter x Hunter, and he still gave him the respect he deserves.
He did. Yeah.
I think that's very cool.
And I love it when Luffy pushed the zombie back in the ground. That was like freaking hilarious.
Yeah. Yes,
just
there were
like
some good moments.
Yeah.
Nightmare Luffy. I like the idea that they cracked his spine. Big red dude.
Yeah, oars. Yeah, that was cool. That was a fun way. That was a really good moment where Chopper
also,
actually had like contributed to a fight in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, you can make believe he did, but in actuality, it was all Frankie when he developed Fortnite at that moment, and he built stairs into thin air and
That's right, Frankie Skywalk. That was before Sanji Skywalk and before Fortnite Skywalk. So there you go.
There we go. Frankie has developed it, and then we realized he ripped it off of Bleach. Anyway, not the point. I'm happy with giving it a B. There were a lot of good moments, even though I do think it is potentially the worst saga in One Piece.
So
next is a tough one because it's the Summit War saga, and it's Sabaody Archipelago, Amazon Lily, Impel Down, Marineford, and Post-War.
This is the one I was teetering on because Impel Down's my favorite arc.
What's teeter on? I'm giving this a fat S, fan. Sabaody Archipelago is one of my favorite arcs ever. Amazon Lily was a really great transition arc. Boa Best, Whammon. And Impel Down was fantastic. And Marineford was fantastic.
I can't say no to an epic war and Boa's boobs and Impel Down and Boa's boob. I gotta go with S. Yeah.
At first, when you said Marineford, I was just thinking about the war itself. I'm like, this is like an A+ to an S-. I don't know what to do. But then once you said all the arcs and they're all consistently good, one after the other, like Sabaody and Impel Down in combination with Marineford, I can't not give this an S.
Yeah, some of them
is a clear-cut S.
Yeah, some of them like Amazon Lily is only like 12 chapters, but it's not long, but it's still really good.
I love it. I've watched it so many times.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go back and just watch that. By the way, Margaret is best girl.
Margaret didn't get the recognition she deserved.
Margaret for Straw Hat, goddammit. Who the hell is Carrot? Get her out of here.
Thank you, very cool.
Thank you, very cool.
Yes.
But yes, Margaret for Straw Hat.
The whole development of this arc was way too good. Yeah, screw Carrot, though. I don't know about Margaret, but screw Carrot anyway, because whatever. Anyway,
I'm serious. I'm going to burn down Canada tonight.
Yeah, just go to Niagara Falls. It's not that big.
You'll have to retreat to the Northlands.
Yeah. The North King dude is terrifying. Anyway,
the Night King. Come on,
I'm not a Game of Thrones junkie. Okay,
right.
Open characters done wrong. Any character that's built up for 7 seasons and gets accidentally killed by a whammon is not.
Yeah,
or even a man.
I'm with you. No, I'm not upset because he got killed by a whammon. I'm upset.
That's not the problem. You know, representation. We're gonna have random people just kill opponents.
I know. Anyway, guys, I think we have a serious problem. I don't think there's going to be any C's on. Oh wait, no, Fishman Island's next. Okay.
All right. Well, I happen to like Fishman Island.
I like Fishman Island better than Thriller Bark. So
Fishman Island. Now, this also includes the return to Sabaody, correct?
Yes, it returned to Sabaody and also the Fishman Island arc, and that's
So.
I think
First of all, the return to Sabaody arc was epicness. They played the opening theme to One Piece in the background, which basically proves that it's a top tier arc.
Basically S tier just off that moment.
Oh,
it was pretty epic. But if you're gonna compare it to everything else, though,
straw hats.
If you got to compare it to everything else, though, I mean,
I would give it a B. I would never go below B for either of these two arcs. Return to Sabaody, I'd say, is like an A tier arc.
I did like the message of like racism and how that can like warp future generations.
Like that's so important.
Yeah, okay, I'll give it a B minus. How about that?
All right, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a B minus, but it's still a B.
Well, looking at B, we have Skypiea, which I gave an A, and we have Thriller Bark, which I gave a C. And I honestly, Fishman Island would be right in between those at B for me. So B it is.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, let me give it a B minus plus. I think that's better.
Divided by trash.
Yes. All right.
With the square root of 3 S's. Anyway, so the next arc is the next saga. Really is the Dressrosa
saga.
What? Yeah, the Flamingo saga. It contains Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, and Zo's a new thing. So just Punk Hazard and Dressrosa. And I'm gonna go last because I have the controversial opinion here.
I'm gonna go middle because I wanted Briggs to go first.
I need a second to think about this, so I'm gonna keep on talking and saying words until I think of an answer, and I'm going to give it a.
Why'd you put it there? Like, we don't even have an opinion, man?
Because Lord Brigo opinion is greater than yours.
I was gonna settle on A. Yeah.
All right. So
Dressrosa, I mean, it's. Let me say one thing about it, and it's just, I think its length is what kills it for a lot of people. You know, not kills it, but you know, if it was like 20 chapters less, maybe, you know, it'd be a little bit better because it does tend to drag at certain points.
I think it was reading it week by week for me that killed it.
Yeah.
Because I reread everything after
at Zoe, so I didn't get the week by week treatment.
Well, I reread all of the New World afterwards.
Yeah.
To get this because I was bored waiting for the next chapter.
I like what Oda did because it's like, you know, he was building up Doflamingo. He was building up Doflamingo for like 10 years. He's like, oh, when I finally get to his arc, it's gonna be an arc, motherfucker. You know, it's gonna be a long arc. You know, and he delivered. It was 100. It was the longest arc in the series. He delivered, but
I have a feeling Wano may beat it, but
I do too.
But to be honest, I was considering S seriously.
Really?
I was, you know,
aside from the fact that Dressrosa, I think the tournament was so fun. Sabo's introduction was amazing. And if you remember, we also learned about what happened to Punk Hazard in the background. You had Aokiji attack Doflamingo when Doflamingo was about to kill Smoker. You had the whole scene in there where Law took down basically an entire army of Marines. He wiped
and then he sliced a whole goddamn island in half. That was pretty cool.
The island in half, and you get introduced to him and his plan and how he was trying for such a long time. He got 50 pirate hearts, 500 pirate hearts. What am I saying?
100. I think it was 100. Yeah, I'm not sure.
He got a heck of a lot of pirate hearts.
Yeah, no, but copious amounts of hearts. Yeah, more than a couple.
The guy was swimming in hearts. Damn it, that's how much he loves us. And basically,
I think it's just like because Law, when he showed up at Sabaody very briefly, he had a really huge fan following. People liked him, even though he didn't show up very often. And I think Oda was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make this dude a main character," and everyone's like, "Yes!"
Dude, Law is one of my 3 favorite characters in One Piece.
Law is awesome. I love that dude.
I mean,
did we get his backstory during this arc as well?
Yes, we do. Oh, we do. Ooh, that might be S minus plus minus for me now.
So hold on. Let me continue my barrage of trying to sway you potentially. We had Senor Pink.
Yeah, it's Senor Pink too.
Yeah. And Bartolomeo, who is a representation of the entire One Piece fandom.
Did you go S on this, Nux?
I'm fighting for that S rank.
Oh, I am too now too.
Hold on, but I'm still with Law. You realize how Law manipulated for those 2 years that Luffy was gone. Law saved Luffy at Marineford. He took him to South and he got him away, so he's already an enigmatic character, and we know he's going to play a role. But not only does he play a role, but he's been planning for a while to get Doflamingo, a character we know is a powerful villain. So he's the first ever character in One Piece ever, period, that says to Luffy, let's make an alliance.
You know what it is the Straw Hats are usually just going island to island, just doing their own thing. But Law's the one that kind of gives them like a goal and like direction. He's like, no, we could focus this power and we can actually do something. We could take out a Yonko if we're smart, you know?
And it all started from Punk Hazard, right? It was a huge build up.
Punk Hazard introduced Caesar, who's also actually an interesting character.
I love Caesar, yeah.
It told us so much about Vegapunk as well. How Vegapunk also had his
I don't
issues.
love Caesar in the sense like he experimented on children. That was pretty fucked up. But you know, like his character's kind of endearing a little bit. You know, just like he's been through so much crap. You just kind of want him to succeed once in a while.
Look, man, I actually there was a point where I was wondering if Caesar would join the Straw Hats.
I mean, I threw it out there too as a possibility, to be honest with you.
I think the fact that he was like so evil and experimented on children and did all these bad things, and the fact that we still all three of us like him somehow,
I know,
is a testament to how like good Oda is at like
to
writing
the point
characters.
where somebody actually sent Oda an SBS question that's like, how come Nami is so mean to Caesar? And Oda responded like, please go back and reread Punk Hazard. The dude experimented on giving illicit drugs to children. Like, oh, that's right, he was a douchebag. some people kind of forgot, you know.
We had Zoro's first fights in
serious fights anyway.
He totally wrecked Pika without even trying. But he introduced us to
Rebecca?
You don't remember
Rebecca? Yeah.
No one cares about
God
Rebecca.
Usopp.
No one remembers Fujitora.
I mean, if we're gonna pick between God Usopp and Fujitora, I'm going God Usopp.
God
all day.
Usopp.
Honestly, I'm waiting for Senior Pink over all these guys.
Senior Pink is pretty epic.
I think that argument could be made, actually. And Frankie's my favorite Straw Hat, and he got a lot of action.
He did.
I'm going S rank on this. You've convinced me.
God, I could only go up to A+, but it's
Okay,
a nice
I
idea.
mean, like,
keep it in
law
A.
of averages, I guess.
Look, I just wanted to change Tekking's mind. I still vote A. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I vote S.
I'm still locking in S. I'm not.
I vote S. I vote S. I love
I'm
S.
not I'm not a teeter totter.
It gets too much hate. I'm going S here.
I think it belongs in A, but it's an S for you guys, or like averaging out. All right, the last arc we have is the Yonko arc, which includes what, Nux Taku?
It includes. Did you just call me Nux Taku?
Better than Nux Taco. I could go
Oh
for
man,
taco.
I have Taco Bell downstairs left over from last night. I should try some now.
All right, let's call it a stream. Let's go get some Taco Bell.
Let's go get some tacos. Let's have a taco break.
So yes.
We need to put this in A just to make a square. My OCD will not allow it otherwise.
Well, I think it probably will. It contains the Zoe arc, whole cake. I can't believe they call it Levelly now because it's Reverie, damn it. And Wano. So Wano is not completed, so I don't really want to say anything.
Yeah,
I feel
that's a little bit of a
the amount
scary,
of build up going up right now. Like, I'm not gonna say it's boring or anything.
No,
but
no.
If it doesn't turn into something amazing, I will hate myself.
I mean, well, it will, but we have to give Oda some time.
I have faith.
But
And,
mostly what we're talking about, I mean, Zoe is a good arc, but mostly what we're talking about here for the bulk of it is Totland for the moment.
So here's the thing. For me, the best arc in the entire One Piece is Reverie.
Yeah. Well,
or at least one of
I
the
mean,
real
it's definitely up there in the top 5 for me.
Well, I think Zoe and Reverie are like S tier, and then
Well,
the only reason I feel like Reverie so much though, like one, the reveal is cool, but also just like having all this information dumped on us was amazing. Like being a One Piece.
I love info.
Fan.
I love info dumps. I love exposition dumps. That's why I love reading Hunter x Hunter, which is nothing but just a wall of text the entire time.
Well, I hate reading Hunter x Hunter. I think it's a disaster, but not the point. I like the exposition in One Piece because the thing we're all craving for is the world building.
Yes.
It's like the best arcs, the best chapters is like random characters reading the newspaper and saying, "Oh, Luffy is pretty badass," and everyone's like collectively.
You know, whenever there's a newspaper in One Piece, it's like, okay, shit's about to go down. Get ready.
But yeah, I agree. I think Zoe and Reverie are like S tier, but Whole Cake was like an A- to B+.
I think I'm gonna go A.
So I think I'm gonna average it out in A.
Yeah.
Because we don't know with Wano yet. I'm enjoying Wano so far, but like we can't confirm what this is.
In the chat, they're all upset that I said that reading what Hunter x Hunter's a disaster. Now, apparently, no one's read the 4 chapters ago. There was a page that was just text,
but that's fine. I don't even care. It's an
manga.
explanation. It's an explanation. You know how Nux? Do you know how complex some of these Nen abilities get? Honestly,
it's not the Nen abilities that annoys me. When the Nen abilities show up, I'm like, oh, this is actually interesting. Even though it's like the Nen ability of a random guy that you see once that has a mini helicopter Nen that can see through the eyes of insects.
Think
we
got
got 4 chapters explaining how it could be
Yes, that's a good thing because I want to know the particulars of every single ability because this is how it would work in real life. I love that because it's like, I'm not going to get into it, but I got into it. All right.
Well, as I was saying, what really annoys me is when we get the mindset of every character in every room, even the characters that are like, they have like this whole chapter to this character thinking about, ooh, if I do this, then he may do this. And then
think of it, Nux. Think of it like you're reading.
At the end of the chapter, he dies.
Think of it like you're reading a manga and a data book as one thing.
Not most people don't read data books, Tekking.
I do.
I know. In any case, I would say that even though one of my favorite arcs in One Piece is the Reverie arc,
it's a square. All these
I would give
become a circle.
It's rough here. I'm thinking between A. Yeah, I'd give it an A. I would give this
balanced as all things should be.
This is actually a really respectable tier list.
I'm happy with this. Yes.
And for Dressrosa being an S, if you go back and read it in one sitting or just read it at your own pace, I feel like it's a lot more enjoyable because reading it week by week, it did feel a lot really dragged out.
I know. When I read it, because I read it for the first time in one shot, I was loving every moment of it. Unlike certain arcs where some of the development comes in boring bunches, for example, Wano. I mean, I don't dislike Wano at all, but there are certain chapters that I'm like, damn it, I have to wait another week for a chapter. I didn't feel like I got my my One Piece.
Yeah, I get that too. Yeah.
So and even in Totland, there were some chapters that I was like, oh, the whole chapter was just a talking tree, but in Dressrosa, I found everything interesting. We got introduced to Jesus dude,
Rebecca, that she was awesome.
Yeah, I guess. And Jesus dude, Blackbeard's guy.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh no, it's Jesus Burgess, Jesus Burgers.
But it's showing. It's giving interest to how every player in this world matters. Yes. And at the end of Dressrosa, when you thought everything was nice and done, you get news of how the Revolutionary Army got into a fight with Blackbeard guys. So much goes on behind the scenes. How can you not like
it? Does it's like Oda can't focus. He has a huge world he has to keep up with that he created, but he can't show everything because if he did that, it would just if we saw I would love to see the battle between the Revolutionary Army and the Blackbeard Pirates, but
and I would love to see the battle between Aokiji and Thingo, and I would love to see Marco versus Blackbeard.
But that'd be great.
Yeah, but anyway. Before starting this tier list, just fun fact, I thought the S tier arcs were going to be Water 7 and Marineford. I knew those.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Dressrosa, I wasn't sure. I thought it was going to end up in A. Not going to lie.
Oh, that's a badass wallpaper there, dude.
Thanks, man. Sorry, I was looking at what Sam the Gum Man said. 100
Only
bits,
a true Mad Lad has a image of a red arrow pointing on that. That's the sign of a YouTuber right there.
Yeah. I hate that red arrow. that red arrow is my worst enemy.
Yo, our last Rant Cafe episode got 50,000 views.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was it because of the arrow? Go the arrow!
It's the fucking arrow.
It's the fucking
I'm excited.
arrow.
We're going to be uploading this to Rant Cafe in 3 parts. This is the first part. In any case, let's make believe we're ending this here for when we upload it to YouTube, and then we can begin the next tier list discussing the Straw Hats. Are we hyped?
I am
so
hyped. As can be. Well, I'm adequately hyped. Nux, you got to get me more hype.
I'm an A tier hype. Get us to an S tier, Nux.
I'm an A plus minus plus minus plus.
Anyway, divided by the Shadow Realm. Anyway. So, Whammin' and Gentle Whammin', thank you for watching. Leave your opinions below. moving to the next tier list, which will be linked at the end of the video. It is now
See you
the end
guys.
of the video.
Bye.
Bye.